Hello and warm greetings. I'm Gaurav Singh, your host, and welcome to the Daily Learn podcast. Today's topic is something all of us have lived through, sometimes quietly, sometimes loudly. Struggle. We often talk about success, achievements, and goals, but behind all of them, there is one common thread: struggle. It's like the invisible foundation of every story we admire. And yet, when it's our turn to face it, it's painful, heavy, and sometimes unbearable. So, today, let's break it down. What is struggle? Why does it come into our lives? Why do newcomers and common people struggle more? Why does it seem like rich don't? And most importantly, how do we face it without breaking? What is struggle? At it at its simplest, struggle is resistance. It's friction you feel when you are trying to move forward but life is pulling you back. When you are a student, struggle is staring a math problem you can't solve while exam clock keeps ticking. When you are working, struggle is putting in every effort every day and not seeing result fast enough. When you are chasing a dream, whether it's starting a business, becoming an artist, or even finding love, struggle is that long, empty space between where you are and where you want to be. So, is it a blocker or is it a bridge you must cross? That's the real question. Why do common people struggle more? Think about it. Why do newcomers, beginners, or everyday people like us struggle so much? One reason is lack of resources. We don't always have money, guidance, or connection to make the path easier. Another reason is lack of experience. Beginners naturally make mistakes, they are part of the learning curve. And lastly, fear: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. And about the rich, do they really not struggle? No, they do. But often their struggles are hidden. They may not worry about rent or daily meals, but they face struggle of responsibility, maintaining wealth, reputation of trust. So truth is, struggle doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. Now let's redefine two words we throw around casually: success and failure. Success is not absence of struggle. Success is when you walk through it, sometimes limping, sometimes crawling, but still moving. Failure is not about always losing. Many times, failure happens only because you stopped too early. You let fear whisper in your ear: it's impossible, don't try anymore. The truth is, failure is just unfinished success. To explain this better, let me tell you a story. In a small town lived a young potter. Every day he sat at his wheel shaping clay, and every day, by evening, most of his pots cracked and broke. The townsfolk laughed at him. Why waste your time? You will never be good at this. The boy started to believe them. His hand hurt, his back ached, and every broken pot felt like a proof that he was a failure. One evening, he was ready to quit, but his teacher noticed his frustration. The teacher sat beside him and said, "You see these cracks? These are not your enemies, they are your teachers. Every crack is showing you something. The pressure was too hard, the clay was too wet, the spin too fast. Don't run from cracks, learn from them. The boy took those words seriously. He kept working. Days turns into weeks, weeks turn into months. The broken pots piled higher, but so did his understanding. His hand became steadier, his touch softer, his timing sharper. And then one evening, after countless failures, he lifted a pot from wheel, perfect balance, beautiful, not a single crack. The same people who once laughed now land up to buy his work. But here's the important part: what changed? Not the clay, not the wheel. The change was inside the boy. His relationship with struggle transformed. He stopped seeing it as a punishment and started seeing it as training. That's the truth. Struggle is shaping force, not stopping force. Now you might think, okay, nice story, but how does that apply to me, my life? Let's ground it. A student who fails in math doesn't fail because they are dumb. They fail because the struggle is pointing to a weak area. If they use that as a feedback, they get stronger. A seeker who gets rejected 10 times may feel crushed, but maybe those rejections are teaching resilience, interview skills, and clarity about what kind of job they truly want. An entrepreneur who burns through two failed startups isn't doomed. They are simply collecting the lesson needed to make the third one unshakable. In every case, struggle feels painful in the moment, but later it becomes reason you succeed. So here's message. Stop seeing struggle as a enemy. It's not there to break you, it's there to shape you. When you struggle, you are actually building unseen muscles, mental, emotional, sometimes even spiritual. And yes, failure might visit you along the way, but it's not the end. Simply it's simply an unfinished version of your success story. See struggle as a challenge, not a dead end. Don't give up, work it out. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Learn podcast. I'm Gaurav Singh, and I hope today's talk gave you a new perspective. If this episode inspired you, share it with someone who is going through a tough time. Sometimes all a person needs a reminder that struggle is not meaningless. And remember, every broken pot, every failed exam, every rejection letter, it's not the end, it's just a clay being shaped. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep walking with courage. Thank you so much for tuning to me.